This your first time tuning in, go ahead. Hit dog on subscribe button. Hit notification bell every time I post up new content. Listen, people. I'm gonna try to not go full blown crazy uncle on this one. Notice I said I'm gonna try not to, right? Because I mean, shout out to this young lady, right? She put out some good content, you know. She talked about the BBLs a while back, you know, and I'm not gonna sit up here and say, well, fuck it. I am gonna say it, you know. It's almost like okay. I've been saying this shit for years. As far as the BBL shit, right? Yeah, I had to touch it up just enough. So basically what this lady is saying, the American dream is dead and TikTok pulled the trigger. Now, just for the title, put like this, I can spend probably like the next 5-10 minutes just on the title alone, people, right? You know, I mean, considering like how some people may look at the concept of like, okay, you heard about the American dream, right? Okay, who was the American dream for? I mean, you can look at it like, okay, you can go out there, you can look at it and see it for yourself. And then you can actually really go out there again and look at it, and it'll tell you something totally, completely different. Okay? And so we're going to let this run. I mean, but put it this. The American dream is how you interpret the American dream. Right? Me personally, the American dream, right? The American dream, right? Okay, all right. So that's what happens when your ass is asleep. You dream when you sleep. Some of you motherfuckers might call it what y'all call it? Subconscious. Which for the most part, there's no such thing as subconscious. Right? When you actually really break that word down, right? Sub means to submerge, right? Conscious, okay, you aware of what the fuck is going on. People, you don't do that when you sleep. You dead to the world, right? Prime example, it could be raining cats and dogs outside, right? But if your ass is in that deep sleep, you ain't gonna know that. Like this, you're not gonna know that it rained until you get up the next morning. You go outside and you like, oh, apparently it rained last night. Okay, so stop with this American dream bullshit. But we're gonna let this run. We're gonna let this run. And you know, like I say, I'm not here to bash on nobody. You know, all what the fucking crazy I'm trying to do here. This is my perspective. This is how I see this. So let's go.
Not being a nurse, girl. You want to be a content creator. You want to appease social media so much that you risk your job. It's been 1 month and 1 week since I quit my job to be a stay-at-home mom and a content creator without having a backup plan.
Your employer has every legal right to fire you if you make TikToks at work.
I just got fired because of that video. I'm glad I put 6 years in a company that would fire me in literally a day.
We're living in the times where people are literally risking their 401ks for 4 likes. Long gone are the days of stable careers and working towards promotions or raises. Now people don't even really care about their jobs. just what they can post while they're there. A 12-second clip is more important than a 2 weeks notice. A repost is more exciting than a raise. And a viral post is starting to become more valuable than a steady paycheck. But the sickest part is, a lot of these people don't even go viral. They'll live stream HIPAA violations, break company policies on camera, all for 10 views and a double tap. And whether they're quitting, filming, oversharing, or just clocking in to create content, the job itself barely matters. What really matters is that teeny glimpse of attention that they may get, even if it costs them everything else. Welcome to the Girl Talk You.
Okay, so just going off of what she said, jobs don't matter no more. Okay, first and foremost, when did a job ever matter? Right? Hollywood is a motherfucker. And unless y'all have actually really noticed, unless y'all haven't really been paying attention, Hollywood is not like how it used to be. I'm almost about ready to say that Hollywood has expanded beyond belief. American Idol being one of them. America's Got Talent, right? YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, right? So, not to say that this young lady don't know what the hell she's talking about. I would never say that. But to actually really put TikTok in front of Facebook, Instagram, and even for those of y'all that that are old enough, MySpace, right? This is with this type of shit has been going on forever and a day, plain and simple. And even before then, if you knew that your ass wasn't gonna make it in Hollywood, right? And you didn't want that 9 to 5, that's what the fuck you did. You either went out and robbed or you sold drugs. Or you became a pimp. Because, see, this is the problem with the so-called American dream, people. People will tell you, hey, look, go to school, go get your diploma. At least that's how it was when I was born. And if put like this, I was born in 73, right? So from 73 going backwards, right? It was like, okay, go to school, learn everything that is learnable, go get your diploma. Now, you take from 1973 going forward, right? It's like, okay, go to school, graduate from high school, now you got to carry your ass to college, right? And then depending on what you actually, and then that fails because your ass didn't pay attention while your ass was in school. So the chances of you actually really going to college is next to none. It's too late for you to be talking about, straightening up now, right? So, and to be perfectly honest, and I'm just going to actually really go ahead and put this out here right now. The American dream was never meant for us. And when I say us, I'm talking about motherfuckers that's already here. They were already here. They want to sell that to the people that are coming here. I mean, let's think about it for a minute, right? The Koreans, the Japanese, Chinese, they come over here. The so-called Jews, right? They come over here and they clean up like it's nobody's business. They are living the American dream. If indeed that's what the hell you want to call it, right? So all of this stuff what she just said, right? People, you know, of course, everybody wants their 15 minutes of fame. Even me and the crazy uncle, I want my 15 minutes. Or let's just say I want another 15. Because the first 15 was me serving this country for 21 years. Right? Now, y'all actually want to actually really stop and be like, okay, you being greedy. No, not. I mean, I regret the fact people losing their jobs over TikTok. You know, I put it like this. When I joined the Army, April of 97, I really don't know how long Facebook had been out, but I knew I was, you know, matter of fact, I had so many pages on Facebook because due to, you know, I lost passwords, so I had to go and create another page. You know, so I to be perfectly honest, I probably, you know, since being on Facebook, I probably got like it's probably like anywhere from 67 pages. So it's about 6 or 7 pages that are out there where it actually really saying Curtis Harris or Paulus Harris, right? But just know that I don't have access to any of those pages anymore, right? But when I did have access to the pages, what these motherfuckers doing, I said I was gonna try not to go full blown crazy alcohol, but what these people are doing now is pretty much nothing compared to what I did on Facebook. Whether I actually really did a video or whether I just sat down on my phone and actually I really made a statement on what it was that I thought that needed to be said at the particular time. But that's later on. That's later on down the line. So we're gonna let this run.
Didn't know you needed. Now, I'm not saying you have to subscribe. You're classy. I know you don't just give those away for free. But hopefully at the end of this video, we become bestie enough to where you feel like you can take that next step. Now, let's be honest. This shift didn't just come out of nowhere. There could be many causes of why people look at jobs like a back burner, but I believe it all started around 2020. We all know that still moment where the world just froze, jobs shut down, many going out of business from the effects, offices closed, and suddenly everyone was just at home. The pandemic changed a lot of people's lives, some for the worst and some for the better. But we're also not going to act like it didn't change the trajectory of the whole job market. People had time to realize how drained they actually were from work, especially after being in the comfort of their own home, wearing button-up shirts and pajama bottoms on Zoom calls, not having to fake corporate laugh their way through work days.
You just literally had to.
And after a few months away from the morning traffic, the awkward break room small talk, and the passive-aggressive HR team.
Coming to bed, honey? Yes, dear.
Suddenly people realized they were better off. That 9-to-5 work life that we glamorized in high school wasn't really what we thought it was. And within the 4 walls of their home, they went to the open space of the internet and realized that there were many more ways to succeed than clocking into a job they hated. Because while some were barely making ends meet, a lot of people were making memories in the comfort of their own home using just their phones. Meanwhile, I was making memories in holy matrimony. Your girl tied the knot this January, but I'm gonna keep it real. I tied the knot on a tight budget. A budget meaning someone snaps my pictures.
Okay, congratulations on your marriage. I sincerely hope that you have a very a very fruitful and healthy marriage. Right? Do everything that you're supposed to do as a woman. And hopefully your husband will do everything that he's supposed to do as a man as well as your husband. Okay, let's go.
But I do most of the editing. Now, you'd think I'd be crying, screaming, and stressed out, but watch how I turn my wedding picture into something that looks straight out of a Pinterest board. So this is the original photo. It is one of my favorites because we just look so in love. But my beautiful aunt is in the background celebrating too, and I'd rather this be an intimate moment with my husband. So I'm gonna tap into the Face app, and yes, you can literally do all of this right on your phone. First, we're gonna go in with the remover tool, and I absolutely love how easily things can be removed without messing up the picture. We're gonna head over to filters and add arrows, just little tweaks, lighting, adjustments. Use my link in the description or scan the QR code above. Go ahead and try it for yourself because we all have photos that we'd like to level up. And the more we learn to level up our content during lockdown, the more platforms like TikTok started to explode and fast. People were growing huge audiences overnight, from story times to day in the life vlogs to simple little dances that took 2 minutes.
Okay, so I had to stop. I really wanted to stop it here because, for what that she said earlier, right? A lot of people, they'll risk it, and so here's where the Hollywood shit come in. When I actually told y'all, right? Hollywood that changed, right? And then once again, just know it's not. A lot of people, everybody's steady hollering about social media this, social media this, social media that, social media the other. Social media has been around ever since day one. I'm telling you that right now, right? And as time progressed, your so-called social media grew. Then it became from, if you actually really believe that the caveman actually really existed, hey, by all means, do so, right? It went from carving out stuff on the wall, right, to doggone television and radio, the United States Postal Service, newspaper. That's social media, people. Telephone. Before this came out, before this was even in existence. 9 times out of 10, this been in existence longer than what the hell y'all think. Right? Internet. Just like, go back and watch the video where I did. The internet before it was the internet. Weird Science. That was internet back then. That was in 1985, people. The internet didn't come out to what? Let them tell it. The internet didn't come out until some 5 to 6 years later. Right? So these people, they've been pulling y'all leg, string, whatever the hell you want to call it, forever and a day. Y'all didn't catch it. Some of y'all too young to be talking about shit like this. Right? Everybody has talent. I said that. America's Got Talent. American Idol. All this stuff. So it went from that. And then what they always say. Oh, catch us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Right? So I wouldn't necessarily say that it's all TikTok. It's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, as well as TikTok. I wouldn't necessarily say, but then again, right? See, with TikTok, right? They do all that short shit, right? Their attention span is short, and so is y'all's. Right? But I will say this. Everybody don't get discovered. Cooking with Kaya, she got discovered. She can cook and shake her little booty all over the place. Right? Now we don't even know where she at now. Just like this is what the hell Hollywood weird would do for you. Plain and simple. Right? So, hey, listen. Let's do this.
to learn.
So I've been trying to figure this out, and finally came to me. Basically, I got to dance. That's the first thing. But the main thing behind dancing is no rhythm. I don't have to have rhythm. I can just 1, 2, boom, boom, cat, and I'm gonna be TikTok famous.
Apps like YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram.
Okay, now see, so again, right? Hollywood, or the industry, regardless of division. Don't nobody sing no more. Don't nobody dance no more. Right? And so at this particular point of the junction now, right? Hollywood, they just looking for anybody and everybody. Whether you do your shit through any of this stuff, what they did talk about, right? So again, listen, it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. Let's go.
I'm closely followed behind, giving people the opportunity to turn their opinions, daily routines, and hobbies into actual income. Dreaming of being an influencer has been around for years, don't get me wrong, but something about it during lockdown just hit different. It wasn't just, I want to be famous, it became, I need to find a way out. About 12 years ago, if you were to become an internet sensation, it was probably for something ridiculous. And your biggest hope was getting invited to sit on Ellen's white couch.
Y'all remember the days where going viral got you on Ellen? Like that got you on the news. Like now going viral is like.
It's because see, the thing about it though is this, what like it's like what I just said, right? You know, you get chosen by Hollywood. And then for those of us that really ain't never had no real good piece of money, right? Of course, you're going to jump to that. You want to be seen. But you jump into some shit that you really don't know what the hell you jumping into. Yes, you can sing. Yes, you got a pretty face. Yes, you might want to shake your little booty everywhere, right? But just know this, you falling into the goddamn trap. A lot of people was falling into the trap before TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, before internet shit even existed. Because matter of fact, hold on. Let's because I already know Instagram ain't been out there damn long. So let's actually really just stop and think about it. How long has YouTube been in existence? Okay, so hold on. So okay, so let's look at it, right? How long has damn, I can't take one for far. YouTube been around. Okay, allow. Okay. YouTube was founded in 2005. So as of February of this year, YouTube is 21 years old. Motherfuckers in the industry way before this. Right? And then there's no with all of this other stuff that's going on, right? With the so-called AI, all that kind of shit, right? Guess what Hollywood are doing? They trying to find out whoever the hell they can catch on any of these motherfucking so-called social media outlets. It's just that when the industry is in, everybody want to be in the industry, but you don't know what is in the industry. And a lot of these people, they come out and tell you, hey, look, don't do this. Keep your 9 to 5. But y'all want everybody want the bag, which for the most part, I ain't got no problem. We all want the bag. I'm good with mine, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, as soon as the motherfucker, I'm still fighting for my other 30%, but the bag that I got is pretty good right now. I can take care of all this shit in here. Wife ain't got to pay. She ain't got to pay that damn bill as far as like how the household goes, right? So again, y'all do this. Not really know what the fuck you getting into. Plain and simple. I mean, I heard the fact, yeah, I've been around. Listen, I've been around the corner a couple of times. I ain't gonna bullshit. The crazy uncle been around. So I've seen this rotate at least 3 times. Right? And that's on every aspect. Whether it's the industry, whether it's the United States government, you name it. I done seen it at least 3 times already. And the shit comes in cycles. Social media has been around forever today, people. So hold on, let's go.
Okay, that was cute.
Now, going viral isn't special. It's fast, easy, and for a lot of people, it's the quickest way to earn the quickest buck. And the second people saw that being
just like slanging rocks, selling weed, selling crack, selling pussy, hey, it is what it is. Right? But then again, it also goes back to what I always tell y'all, right? What happened? August 15th, 1971. What did President Nixon do what did President Nixon do? He took away the Gold Standard Act. The American dollar hasn't been worth shit since April 15th, 1971. And y'all still out there trying to chase the bag. Don't worry about it. I chased it too. It's forced upon us. Right? But then they always give you that option. Other options are there. And whether or not, which option did you take? Put it like this. You carry that shit straight down the middle. Or you can go over here or you go over there. You go to the extreme right or to the extreme left. There's no 9 times out of 10 that both of them are bad. You're going to get caught eventually. You're going to do jail time. Right? So, I get it. But at the same time, no, we're not going to put all this shit off on TikTok. Put it on every goddamn, and I already know y'all going to say, well, that's what she doing. But my thing is this. This is nothing more than a version of Hollywood. Let's not get this shit twisted, people. All right, let's go.
Funny for 15 seconds could replace a paycheck. Yeah, that corporate American dream lost a lot of applicants. Instead, TikTok.
Now, and I hate to be this steady constantly stop. But here's the deal, right? For those of y'all that are still working, which for most of y'all, it's too late, for that. You already got fucked up, right? So, but listen, y'all motherfuckers need to keep y'all jobs. Because the thing about it, okay, well, let's look at her. Let's look at her for a minute. Let's look at her. Matter of fact, let's look at how many subscribers she got. Right? Oh, yeah. So she really up there at a higher epsilon. But here's the deal, people. Everybody loves a pretty face. Everybody loves a pretty face. 9 times out of 10, they can care less what the fuck you talking about. I'm just putting it out, I'm just putting it out there, people. She very, very beautiful, very attractive. Right? And of course, people want to listen to what the hell she got to say. I get that too. Right? But all what I'm saying is this. don't come on here and try to find out, people, they watch it and then they be like, you know what, that do make sense. Well, like a lot of this shit, what people be talking about, right? I already said this shit years earlier. Yeah, I called you a dumb motherfucker, ignorant son of a bitch, stupid motherfucker, this, that, and the third, right? Everybody else, on the other hand, put like this. Just know that the crazy uncle, I'm rough. Y'all need a crazy uncle in y'all's life to say, ignorant fucker, stop doing that shit there. I mean, yes, there's other ways to say ignorant fucker. But I just like saying it because that's what the fuck a lot of y'all are. Yes, I'm going. Yeah, I'm trying to put him back up. I'm trying. Yeah, but hey, let's go.
Like a woman named Pinky Doll were going viral for popping single popcorn kernels using a flat iron and saying, ice cream's so good.
Fire. Oh, gang, 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 gang. Meow. Hum, 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 hum. Ice cream so good. Yes, yes.
If you've never heard of NPC Lives, I envy you. But these NPC Lives were reportedly racking in more income than a full-time nurse. Or food reviewers like Keith Lee, who built a whole brand on reviewing local restaurants in their car. Who would have...
Okay, then, so again, let's look at this. Out of all of a lot of the videos that are out there that'll tell you, hey, guess what? Don't eat this. Don't eat that. Don't drink this. Don't drink that. Right? What are you doing? What are you doing? Right? It's no different than what the fuckers do on Facebook. All these damn supplements. They get all these doggone celebrities, former wrestlers. Hey, I'm taking it. No, the fuck they ain't. They just trying to catch that money. Right? That's like that shit what Mark Henry is doing, what he doing right now. Okay, this is world's strongest man. What you taking that shit for? Don't worry, I'll wait. So I'm gonna tell you. You do what these motherfuckers tell you. And then you gonna get that money. Put like this. I can get on here and I can advertise this shit all goddamn day long. Seagramship is not gonna come to me. Right? And the people that make Four Loko, they're not finna come to me neither. The people that do Dr. Pepper, they're not finna come to me. They be like, nah, that motherfucker too foul. So I do shit to keep motherfuckers away from me. Right? For everybody that got a YouTube channel, this is what they hear y'all do. I do this shit for fun, people. I do this shit for fun. Right? And if I get enough subscribers, and if I start making the money, guess what the hell I'm gonna do with the money? I'm gonna give it to somebody that actually really needed a hell of a lot more than I would, that I do. A lot of y'all ain't finna do it. And then just know, yeah, let me get enough subscribers and the money start coming in. And then I'm gonna do videos. And I suggest y'all do the exact same thing, right? Do videos where you actually really don't donate money to organizations in your community. People that really need it. Y'all ain't gonna do it. YouTube will shut you motherfuckers down. They'll shut y'all down. And the first, put like that, I wish motherfucker would shut me down because I'm actually really trying to help out people that are less fortunate than me. Do I do it from time to time now? Yes, I do when I can. For those y'all that got the bag, y'all want to keep the bag. Don't want to spread the wealth, which for the most part, that really ain't, to be perfectly honest, that really ain't what the fuck you need to do. I get it. But at the same time, what bag are y'all really trying to chase? Let's go.
Thought ranking something 1 to 10 would bring in 10 figures. And we cannot forget about this honorable mention, Khaby Lame, the man who made millions from side-eyeing dumb life hacks and silently doing what everyone else was already thinking. That's when the wheels started turning for a lot of people. And we all realized you didn't need to wait 5 years for a promotion. You just needed 50,000 views. And for some, it didn't even matter if those views were innocent, because there's another door that this era opened. The door with a little less clothing and a lot more cash. Raunchy websites like OnlyFriends went from taboo to trendy
Okay, now, hold on, because you look retarded right there.
overnight.
What do you
So my whole deal is, so again, let's look at this. Let's look at so-called social media, right? So motherfuckers draw shit on the wall way back in the day. Motherfuckers still do that shit right today. All right? But then back then, right, it went from drawing shit on the wall to television, radio, newspaper, United States Postal Service, or back in the day, what they call it? Pony Express. So now you look at it like, okay, not only do they got the United States Postal Service, they got UPS, FedEx, Amazon. Ain't no telling what the fuck else they got out there, right? That's social media. And then the internet come around. The internet been around forever today, people. And then as far as like OnlyFans, okay, so and see this, it's and this what the fuck I be talking about right here, y'all. Hold on, wait a minute. So this what the hell I be talking about. This is crazy what I be talking about right here, right? Before the internet, or the so-called internet, right? Porn been around forever and a day, right? You had Playboy magazine, which is still out there. You got Hustler. You had Hustler magazine that was out there. This is put like that. Same shit, same song, different verse. People, y'all act like this shit is brand new. Before OnlyFans, it was Playboy, Hustler, VHS tapes, Playboy Channel, right? All that shit is still around today. They might not make it as much money nowadays because Playboy, like, they edit that shit. They don't never, now it's been some years since I watched porn, but the thing about it though is this. Playboy is only going to show you so much. Hustler was a little bit more raunchy. Pornhub, all the motherfucking porn sites out there, look, you can see dick going in the pussy or asshole. You can see all that shit now. Whether they in the house, whether they outside, whether they fucking the ex-boyfriend, girlfriend, and I'm just like, okay, if the pussy is that good, what the fuck you break up with her? What the fuck? If the dick was that good, what you break up with him for? Y'all still fucking? It's almost like, okay, it put like this. If that didn't get you, okay, look at it from this aspect. Let's look at all of the record companies out there. So you got, who is it? Atlantic, even if they still around, you got Atlantic, right? RCA, Columbia, I really don't know all of it, you know, but they had to be, they was under another brand. So it was almost like, okay, if you couldn't make it here, hey, guess what? We got you down here. It's just like VH1, right? It's like VH1. Paramount owns that shit, right? So if you can't make it up here, guess what? We got you down here, right? So this stuff has been going on forever and a day, people. Stop acting like this shit is brand new. And then who's to say who TikTok actually really falls under? The quick answer is be like, oh, it falls under the United States government. No, that's just the highest of the high. All of this shit falls under the United States government. Who, you know, it's like, who is under that? Who's under the United States government? Is it Paramount? Is it Universal? Right? Who else is out there? Columbia Pictures, MGM, right? I'm just saying. Come on now, people. Let's not act like this shit is brand new.
For a living to afford a car like this?
I do.
How much you make?
A couple M's.
How long have you been doing?
This is my third year popping.
What do you do and how much do you make?
I am an content creator and a full service sex worker. In December, I think I took home like 25 to 30K.
Congratulations.
How much did you actually make off OnlyFans?
I've accumulated almost $80 million net.
Off of OnlyFans? So,
but I blew most of it.
And see, right here, right there. Listen, out of all of the free ass on the internet, right? What are you going on? Pornhub? Any porn site, right? The internet is free. You can watch free ads. What you paying for it for? You already paying for the internet? What is wrong with y'all? Like, really? I don't, boy, look. That's almost like paying for pussy. Y'all so goddamn stupid to it, ridiculous. If I want to jack my dick, guess what? I'm not going to pay some bitch to show her. I'm not going to go on OnlyFans and pay whatever the fuck the charge is for her to show me her booty, right? And I jack my dick to it. No, I'm not going to do that. When I can just go on the internet and watch the shit for free and jack my dick as many times as I want to. But guess what? I'm married. All I got to do is look at my wife's booty. Slap, slap, watch a jiggle. Okay, so I'm just telling you. And then if that don't get it for you, carry your ass to the strip club. Because at least you can touch her booty. Right? She might even let you hit. Right? Y'all some dumb motherfuckers. Look. Yeah, crazy. I'm in full crazy uncle mode right now. Okay. So, hey, let's go.
In this new no slow money economy, that subscription link started looking like a new resume. I've said it before and I will scream it on the rooftops. Spicy apps are the downfall of our generation, especially when it comes to dating, womanhood, self-worth. The list goes on and on. We've turned intimacy into content. And
well, see, here's the deal. Again, you know, I hate to say it, but, you know, catfish. You can look one way, and then when they actually really see your ass, you look like, damn it, I'll bite you. Right? But trying to find your love on the internet is no different than goddamn teenage pregnancy. You always think, "Ooh, it ain't gonna happen to me," and then here come that one dude. He gonna whisper them sweet nothings in your ear. Your little pussy gonna get wet. He gonna drop them drawers. He gonna dig you down. He ain't gonna his pull-out game is weak as shit. And then a couple of weeks later or whatever, baby, I'm pregnant. Okay, and what the fuck you expect me to do about it? The shit has not changed. Okay, and again, I'm not clowning this young woman, but you know, it's I'm just like, no. You know, as far as, you know, even before I even started drinking, it's just like, okay, you talking like this shit is brand new. And it's not. It never was. Quiet as it's kept, the goddamn caveman was drawing what the fuck he did to his own woman. Some of this shit had to come from somewhere. People been fucking and watching other mothers fuck forever in a goddamn day. It's what excites us. It's what excites a lot of us. I'm just putting it out there. Let's go.
And the saddest part is, for most women, it's not for millions of dollars. They're doing it to pay their rent. What used to be sacred is now a shortcut out of the 9-to-5 lifestyle. Phrases like, "I'll never work a 9-to-5."
It's never a 9-to-5. It's never a 9-to-5. Right? Just because you ain't in somebody's office, guess what? You at home creating your content. And for you young women today, and I ain't gonna bullshit you. And y'all are so beautiful too, it's ridiculous. But how y'all display yourselves is like beyond belief. Y'all feel like y'all gotta show a little booty to catch somebody. But see, I'm gonna tell you something about exposing your ass. Rudy Raymore, aka Dolomite, right? He did a joke. He said, "You know what? I was out walking in the neighborhood. I saw this woman out in the front yard eating a watermelon, and her dress was past her neighbor, right?" So he like, "Goddamn, woman, you must be trying to get your pussy some air." He said, so the woman said, "Honey, it ain't catching no air, but it sure keeping that flies off this watermelon." So let's look at how classy the woman was, probably like about, what, 30 years ago? Or let's just say, what is this? So let's look at the classy woman from, we gonna go back 40 years, right? Yes, all that stuff was out, but everybody acted like they dressed like they had some sense, right? And just know all this shit has a focal point. Everything has a focal point, right? So, but like I said, but the bag has always been there. People were like, "Well, motherfucker, 9-to-5." Okay. So again, this is how stupid motherfuckers are, right? So you're like, "Well, I'm never working a 9-to-5." Okay, you're a drug dealer. Don't drug dealers work 9-to-5? Don't pimps work 9-to-5? Don't robbers work 9-to-5? Depending on if you low level or at the highest level possible. So stop hollering about, "Ooh, I ain't working on 9-to-5." Look, it's just certain shit that you will never get away from. 9 to 5 is one of them. 9 to 5 is one of them, people. For those y'all that's on YouTube and y'all doing that shit on a constant basis, y'all working motherfucking 9 to 5. You can't tell me that you're not. Because y'all trying to make that money. That's your only source of income. Me as a crazy uncle, just like what I told y'all, I do this shit for fun. I got my bag already. I'm secure. Y'all ain't. Let y'all stop doing that shit if you want. See what the fuck happens. Let's go.
5, I hate my corporate job, or I'll never clock in for anyone. Stop sounding more like hot takes and started to become a whole movement.
I will be damned. Damn to hell if I ever get a 9 to 5 job now.
Hating your job isn't just a normal thing, it's the new normal. You watching this right now, there's about a 50.
No, put it like this. This is not the new normal. This has been the normal since I was born, since my mama was born, my great-grandmother, right? Again, right? And again, I hate to sound like a broke ass record, but the thing about it is this. If you really don't know how this shit goes, you can't sit up here and just like, okay, well, this is all what the fuck I know. And then you want to call it the new norm. No, this shit been around forever and a day. What Bert Mac said in Kings of Comedy, right? What, you know, he said black folks is the only motherfuckers that come into work, tell the boss what the fuck they ain't gonna do. That was back in 2000. I'm not doing shit. Don't fuck with me today. I ain't come here to work. I'm tired. My son got shot. I'm sick of this shit. That was in 2000. Okay, draw that shit back another 25 or another 50. People been pissed for the fact that they got to go to work, but they ain't got no other choice in the matter. Because, again, let's go back with the fuck I said. What I said. Carry your ass to school. Pay attention. Go get your high school diploma. That's how it was for a long time. Anything after 1983, guess what? Not only you had to like go to school, get your high school diploma. Now you got to carry your ass to college. And God, you know, and don't major in something that's bullshit, right? My son, I told him this. Because you know, at one point he was like, Daddy, I want to go to college. I want to do business. And so, and I told him then, I said, look, listen, they'll tell you, put it like this, college, unless the shit didn't change, they'll tell you how to build it. They will never tell you how to run it. And then for the most part, right, y'all wonder why a lot of motherfuckers go under. They be good because the thing about it is this. College only taught them how to build it. They never taught them how to run it. And then it's just for the simple fact, if you gonna go into business, I told my son this. I said, listen, if you gonna go into business, go into business and find at least two things that everybody is gonna want. Matter of fact, fuck want, right? Do the two things that people are going to need on a daily basis. They're going to need their hair done, and they're going to have to get something to eat. You do one of them two, if you can tackle, put like this, if you can tackle one, fine. If you can tackle two of them, that's even better. My son right today is a licensed barber and a licensed chef. But but you know, and I told him, I said, listen, If you ain't trying to do that shit like right off, go get your job, bring in that real serious, bring you in some money. That's gonna act like really, where you look at it and be like, hey, guess what? If I do this shit and the business is slow, guess what? I got this here. Okay? That's what I told my boy. That's what I told my son. And here's success. And I can look at it like, hey, guess what? I did that right there. I did that. So for the most part, this shit, this ain't nothing new, people. But this is what happens when you in your 20s. Or have old years.
Percent chance that you hate your job. But I also know that you have a lot of sense. So even if you did hate your job, you're not going to broadcast.
21 years United States Army. I love every bit of it. For the simple fact, I'm not going to let all this shit play because I actually really think that I didn't say enough about this, right? I want to take it a little bit further, right? But my whole deal is, hold on. So basically what happens, get you a job. So again, this goes back to education. Now, some of this shit could be 50-50, because I watched this one Whoopi Goldberg, her very first concert that she did, she was acting like she was a junkie, right? So for the most part, right, she was like, well, yeah, I'm into books. I got a PhD in literature from the University of Columbia, right? And motherfuckers, they started laughing. So she kind of like did one of these shits here, like, well, I hope you don't think that I was born a junkie. No, I got a PhD in literature that I can't do shit with. So I stay high so I don't get mad. Right? So again, college is not always the way. Right? But then say you do go to, say for instance, say you do end up in college, and then you go get you a bullshit degree, just to say that you got a degree. What the fuck is that really gonna do for you? Oh, I went to college. You got a degree in art, motherfucker. You trying to be an electrician? Get your ass out of here, right? I love my job. 21 years, United States Army. I love every bit of it. Oh, it was ups and downs. Overall, I love what the fuck I did. I got a chance to serve my country. Right? Did nobody ask me? I asked them. I asked to serve this country. Right? I asked to join the United States Army. I live for the fact that once I really got promoted, that the leadership thought enough about me to put soldiers up under me. And before too long, I became a tune sergeant. The first time that I actually really started losing interest is because when it got too political for me. But even then, instead of bitch on the inside, I let these motherfuckers have it. Yes, Sergeant Harris is pissed off. I don't like how y'all doing shit no more. Because see, the difference between a motherfucker like myself and the motherfucker that's quiet about the shit. The quiet motherfucker, ain't nobody finna hear him. I'm loud. I'm loud with mine. Ignorant fucker. What the fuck we doing? You already know what shit finna happen to me. Bitch, I'm on the contract. Hey, sorry here, come down. No, the fuck I'm not. Y'all need to change this shit. That's what I said. That's what the fuck the motherfucker, the crazy uncle. This is our hair talking right now. Watch out say, oh, he got multiple personalities. like the fuck you don't. Ain't you a motherfucking, aren't you a man first? And if you got kids, you're dead. You're gonna act a certain fucking way. Right? If you married, you're a husband, you're gonna act a certain way. Right? So everybody got multiple personalities. So don't come in with that bullshit, because y'all know what the fuck you're talking about here. But guess what? We're gonna let this shit run.
Asked it for the world and HR to see. But a lot of people, they're hitting the go live button and not thinking about the go ahead and clock out for me that's coming from the manager.
Got cats doing TikTok at work.
We're no longer living in the times where people are clocking into work, getting through their shift, and just going home. Lately, a lot of people seem to have only one thing that gets them through their shift, and that's a TikTok dance. I guess if people can't be influencers at home, they'll risk it all to be an influencer at work. From fast food work.
Okay, so all right, so this is this shit, and I'm gonna shut this shit down, right? So, oh god damn it. I didn't mean to do that. Damn it, dirty something. Hold on. So here's the deal, people. 21 years United States Army, right? When I was in, Facebook was the shit, right? And so I'll never forget doing this one post, right? It was when, I don't know if it was when Obama got elected the first time or was the second time. But if for those of y'all that actually really remember the movie Head of State, and for the most part, it was actually really before President Obama got elected. But then, so again, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. So, but then if you go back in the 70s, Richard Pryor did the Richard Pryor show. He was the first black president, right? So these motherfuckers that actually they will tell you what the fuck is gonna happen before it even happens. But what Chris Rock said in the Head of State, he just like, America is a big titty white woman. He might not actually really said it in the exact same words what the fuck I just told y'all. But the thing about it though is this. Regardless how he said it, when Obama got elected the first time round or the second time round, right? I went on my Facebook page. I was like, okay, President Barack Obama, the ultimate nigger. Yes, I called him a nigger, right? He just married the ultimate big titty white woman as far as like the United States of America goes. I just repeated what the fuck Chris Rock said. Now, granted fact, did I get fired? No. Did I catch a lot of flack? Yes. Right? But even then, I shut motherfuckers down. Right? I never forget Captain Stepper's bitch ass gonna try to check me. And I said, oh, what, sir? The fuck you gonna do? Right? It's my goddamn page. I say what the fuck I want to say on my page. Right? And so for the most part, right, I already knew these motherfuckers, they couldn't fire me, they couldn't demote me, they couldn't do none of that shit. Everybody that got fired from their job, and this is where the fuck I'm gonna say this shit is out of context. Okay, so they did a TikTok video. What did they do previous? Right? What the fuck did they do previous? Did you always have to get on their shit? Get in their shit about something? What was their record previous to that? Right? Because I find it hard to believe, right, that a motherfucker gonna fire you like this right off the first time. Hey, you out of there. No, that is not how that shit go. You done had to do some shit that you didn't have no business doing before that shit actually really, they don't, okay, motherfucker, we done had enough of your ass. So we gonna fire you. Stop taking shit out of context, people. Right? Go back and look at what the fuck they did previous before you start firing them. Fuck. That's my spiel. So hey, guess what the fuck y'all gonna do? Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your dad, tell your birthday, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa. Motherfucker next door across the street right the corner. Paul's Harris, aka Crazy Uncle. Y'all have a good one. I'm gonna holler at y'all.